If you're still holding on to the belief that women can't deliver bone-chilling knockouts, this video is about to make you reconsider everything. We're not just talking about clean stoppages here. We're talking about brutality, head kicks from hell, spinning elbows that shut off the lights, and one-punch KOs that leave bodies crumpled on the canvas like laundry. These are the kinds of knockouts that make crowds go silent for a second before erupting into chaos. The kind that even the most hardened fight fans can't forget. So without further ado, here are the coldest knockouts in women's MMA history. Ronda Rousey versus Alexis Davis. Let's start with something violent and fast. Ronda Rousey in her prime was a storm. Against Alexis Davis, she closed the show in just 16 seconds. A judo toss, a flurry of punches, and a knockout so quick that Davis never even had the chance to blink.
Just like that! Are you kidding me? Wow, she doesn't even know what's going on. She's fighting evenly.
The ref jumped in, the crowd lost its mind, and Rousey reminded the world that she didn't need submissions to finish a fight. Jessica Andrade versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. You'd never guess it looking at her frame, but Andrade has the kind of power that could pass for heavyweight. When she squared up against Karolina, the Brazilian didn't just win, she obliterated her. One right hand. That's all it took. Karolina was out cold before she hit the mat. Andrade looked like a walking stick of dynamite. And Karolina, she was never quite the same again. Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica I. Precision, off. Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili. On paper, Zhang Weili was unbeatable. Enter Rose Namajunas. Despite being the underdog, Rose stepped in with zero hesitation and sent a high kick through Zhang's guard. It wasn't just clean, it was perfect. Zhang collapsed, and before the ref could react, Rose jumped on her like a predator. The underdog shocked the world, again. Zhang Weili versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. When these two met the first time, it was an instant classic. Their rematch? A horror movie. In the second round, Joanna rushed forward with pressure, only to meet a spinning back fist straight to the face.
And that'll do it! Zhang Weili putting a capstone on the rematch!
One shot, lights out, face first collapse. A knockout so violent it turned a legendary rivalry into a highlight reel. Sabina Mazo versus Jamie Thornton. Sabina Mazo doesn't throw high kicks. She launches missiles. Against Jamie Thornton with just seconds left in round one, Mazo uncorked a head kick straight out of the Crow Cop playbook. Thornton froze mid-step and dropped like her batteries were yanked out.
We're predicting the ladies would give us the first finish of the night, and that is a highlight reel knockout if ever I've seen one.
Sabina Mazo versus Lindsey Williams. And if you thought the Thornton knockout was a one-off, Mazo doubled down in her very next fight. Same setup, same high kick, same devastating result. Lindsey Williams didn't see it coming.
Another highlight reel head kick delivered.
And once again, Mazo proved her shin was a weapon of mass destruction. Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg. This was supposed to be a war. It ended in a blitz. From the opening bell, Nunes marched down Cyborg with bad intentions. She didn't respect the power, didn't fear the reputation. She just threw. And in less than a minute, she cracked Cyborg with a final shot that ended everything. The featherweight title changed hands, and Nunes cemented her spot as the greatest of all time. Irene Aldana versus Macy Chiasson. Knockouts from the bottom are rare. Liver shots from the bottom, almost unheard of. But Irene Aldana did the unthinkable. Flat on her back, she threw an up kick that nailed Chiasson right in the liver. It looked awkward. It looked weird. Then Chiasson folded like a chair. A once-in-a-lifetime KO that might never be replicated. Holly Holm versus Nikki Knudsen. Before she shocked the world against Rousey, Holly Holm was already breaking people on the regional scene. In her fight against Nikki Knudsen, Holm battered the body with surgical precision before slicing through with knees that were borderline criminal. The ref had to step in, but the damage was already done.
Holly Holm stays undefeated.
She could have some broken ribs on that one.
Holm didn't just win. She carved her name into MMA folklore. Dakota Ditcheva versus Chelsea Hackett. Dakota Ditcheva is what you get when violence is born in a Muay Thai gym. And against Chelsea Hackett, she showcased her favorite technique, the liver killer. A perfectly timed knee sunk into Hackett's ribs like a blade. She crumbled. The ref waved it off.
And the body work is out. Dakota Ditcheva in a quick.
And Ditcheva reminded everyone that flyweights can finish like heavyweights. Dakota Ditcheva versus Taila Santos. Taila Santos gave Valentina Shevchenko a tough fight. Dakota Ditcheva gave her a beatdown. In the PFL flyweight tournament final, Ditcheva reversed the clinch, landed elbows, body shots, and never let up. Santos couldn't escape. She just absorbed, until the ref stepped in to save her.
Ditcheva to the body again. World championship.
No controversy, no question, just dominance. Veronica Rothenhausler versus Ashley Evans-Smith. Some knockouts feel like they belong in a different sport. This was one of them. Veronica Rothenhausler landed a 1-2 that looked like it came from a boxer in her prime. Evans-Smith hit the canvas face first and didn't move.
That's gonna do it! Incredible straight right hand for Rothenhauser. So Veronica Rothenhauser with the brutal finish there. 5 seconds is all it took to put the belt around her waist. A disappointed Ashley Evans-Smith.
Molly McCann versus Luana Carolina. Molly McCann was exhausted, but when Luana Carolina stepped in, she unleashed a spinning back elbow that folded her like origami.
Wow! Look at this place, Michael. I mean, that was just absolutely incredible.
London erupted. Meatball got her moment. Rose Namajunas versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna was the undefeated queen. Rose was the underdog. You know how this ends. Namajunas ignored the odds, stepped into the fire and landed a picture-perfect left hook that sent Joanna to the canvas. She followed up. The ref waved it off.
She was doing a great job of fate. It's over.
A new queen was crowned. Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade. In her fight with Andrade, Rose started strong, until Andrade slammed her head into the mat with a ferocity rarely seen. Rose lay motionless. One moment you're winning, the next you're on a poster. Darla Harris versus Jin Yu Frey. Outside the UFC, knockouts still hit just as hard. In a fight few expected much from, Darla Harris stepped in and launched a straight left that sent Jin Yu Frey to another dimension. Simple, brutal. Not every legendary KO happens under bright lights. Some take place in silence and still echo. So what about you, fight fans? Which KO gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love seeing the most savage moments in women's MMA, hit that like button and subscribe for more.